Hey guys, welcome back to the Lucy Show. Hope you guys are all doing well. I missed you all. I just didn't get a chance lately to make as many live streams as I wanted to on this channel. But know that you guys are secretly my favorite and smash that like button on your way in here. Okay, so last time we talked about Avatar, I loved it. And I know a lot of people usually just, well, I mean, I'm kind of like that too. I like the first movie anytime in any series, and I usually feel like the second or the third or the fourth is never really good as the first one. But I honestly really liked Avatar: The Way of Water. Or I just think at the beginning I didn't even remember it was called The Way of Water, just like Avatar water something. I really liked it. Maybe it's because I haven't seen the first one in like forever, so maybe my memory of it and like my wow factor behind it was just a little bit like lost and blurry. But I really liked this recent one. I enjoyed it. I read recently that it's actually 3.5 hours, and I was like, whoa, I totally thought it was only 3 hours, but it was ridiculously long. Like, it's one of those things where you have to challenge. Like, I applaud any of you who, and a lot of people that were in my theater that were capable of not running to the bathroom like I did. But more on Avatar. Right now, as reported by Morning Brew, I saw today, Avatar: The Way of Water misses a box office expectations. James Cameron set the bar high when he said that Avatar: The Way of Water needed to be the third or fourth highest grossing film in history to break even. So we all know he spent a lot of money since this movie, like the first one was done like over a decade ago, to make this happen. And like if you watch it, I'm sure you guys also felt like visually it was stunning. Okay. Like I don't care what anyone says. If you don't work in the field, like myself, like I don't work in CGI, like artistic work. So I don't know exactly how much time it takes to do that type of work. And like just, but watching the Marvel movies and knowing that even for the superhero movies, obviously, like a lot of time is needed to either draw out or I don't know, code in a way where everything looks really real and legit, and the actors and actresses have to be in like those bodysuits, and you have like little camera pieces everywhere to just kind of trace your movements and make everything feel really realistic. By making a simple comparison with like just those Marvel movies, like the superhero movies that don't take 10 years versus what you get to see in Avatar, like I definitely applaud like everybody that's worked on it. I'm sure it was like thousands of people. Um, so it definitely was expensive. I feel like just like on that part, like the editing and making it look real alone. It says the film raked in 134 million at the domestic box office during its opening weekend, falling short of the 175 million predicted by industry analysts. Internationally, the sequel brought in 300.5 million, bringing the film's opening weekend total to 434.5 million, which is just insane if you think about it. That was still missing expectations. I still feel like it was clearly, but maybe they spent just way too much money in the production. But I feel like James Cameron will figure out a way, hopefully, to make that money back for Avatar 3, 4, and I have a feeling it may generate more movies than the entire Harry Potter series. I don't know, or Lord of the Rings. But I'm still glad that I watched it, and I hope for those of you guys that watch my videos, if you haven't checked it out, it's honestly a great movie to see if you have watched the first one. I just feel like I would have missed out and I would have regretted not watching it if I already kind of like watched the first one. That's how I feel about probably all the Marvel movies. Like I'm like, okay, I didn't watch Black Adam yet. I feel like I need to. I didn't even watch Black Panther yet. There's just a lot of Marvel movies, a lot of movies, period, that I haven't gotten a chance to see, but I know I will. I know I will because I'm kind of in this like zone where I've already watched so many superhero movies that it almost feels like it wouldn't make sense for me to watch like a random movie without watching all of the superhero movies that eventually connect. And I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do like an Infinity War again type of situation. I have a feeling they probably will, since they literally added like every single person under the sun, including that guy from One Direction, Harry Styles, um, as one of the superheroes. So I think it's just a matter of time before we get like this huge movie with like all the other 100 characters that they probably would have added 3 years from now. Maybe there's already been 100. I don't know. But this is really cool.
One that carries as many as 66.
A submarine company,
100 meters or 330 feet to 11,000 meters or 36,000 feet. That's full ocean depth. That's as deep as you can go in the ocean. There's about 15 models that we have in our product range. They range from about $2.5 million all the way up to about $40 million. Cool. It takes us anywhere from 12 to 24 months to deliver a sub. There's something magical that happens when you dive in a sub. You know, you go underwater and you see this part of our world that is so beautiful that you, in most cases, had no idea what it looked like. If you want to create advocacy, if you want to create excitement about the ocean, that's a great way to do it. Our goal is to enhance our ability to explore the ocean, to learn about it, and then to document it so that we can share this information with the larger human family. I can't imagine two people better to assist me in that way than James Cameron and Ray Dalio.
So Ray Dalio of Bridgewater Associates and James Cameron, the James Cameron, which we just talked about. I mean, they're both very wealthy, but it was just like kind of caught me off guard to see that they're, I guess, both invested in this submarine company. This is reported by Yahoo Finance. It says Ray Dalio and James Cameron invested in this submarine company, Triton Submarines. President Patrick Leahy discusses how he got these financial backers. I mean, I didn't really hear him say like how he got them, but you can go check it out. I guess it's not hard to assume. Ray Dalio, I guess that's harder, but I feel like Ray Dalio would do something that he feels is an interesting, or I don't know, maybe unconventional investment. And anything that's a good investment, I feel like he would take up on. And since like all the billionaires like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, I feel like are all like up in the air with their rockets and stuff, maybe he's taken like a different route. That's interesting. But James Cameron definitely makes sense why this guy would want to invest, I think, in a submarine company. I mean, look at Titanic. Like, since Titanic, now he's got Avatar, The Way of Water. And if you watched it again, like so many similarities, in my opinion. James Cameron probably has like this. I don't know if maybe like Titanic inspired him, or maybe he was always interested in the water and that's what inspired him to like make Titanic the movie. Who knows which one really came first, but it really is pretty awesome to see that, you know, he went from making these movies that completely change people's perspectives and like views on how movies are done in the water, to now like funding, I guess, a submarine. Like it's like entertainment. It's entertainment, but like in real life, interactive. I'm not sure if I would really be down to go into a submarine until like it's been maybe at least 5 years. I feel like I would need this technology to be around, and like for people like celebrities, people I don't know to have tried it, or maybe friends of friends to have tried it and recommended it at least 4 or 5 years in, and then I'll probably be more comfortable. But I guess you never know what could possibly happen, because one of my like massive fears apparently came true. Reported by Bloomberg Business the other day, this is 5 days ago, the biggest hotel aquarium in the world exploded in the early hours of Friday morning, spilling about 1 million liters of salt water and 1,500 fish into the building's lobby. Needless to say, most of those fish did not survive, unfortunately. The force of the cascading water blew out the front doors of Radisson Collection Hotel in Berlin and was strong enough to register on seismic measuring equipment. So check it out. It's this one. I guess it's the Radisson Hotel in Berlin. And they had this like giant, I guess one of the largest cylinder aquariums inside like a hotel. And it just exploded. That's insane. It's like what I always think about when I'm like at an aquarium. I'm like, oh my God, good Lord. If everything just exploded right now, it would be like Final Destination. And what I'm usually like afraid of is when something explodes, like anything with water or like anything explodes with glass, even if it's like tempered glass or whatever special glassware that they use, even if it's bulletproof or whatever. I'm just thinking the glass pieces and how that would probably kill me. And if you're lucky that somehow the glass pieces didn't like break right through you. The fish, maybe I'm swimming with the fish and then the shark eats me. So I don't know why I put myself through these dangerous things, but I actually love aquariums. Maybe it's from my love of like Little Mermaid, but I love aquariums. I love Little Mermaid. I usually won't pass up on a chance to see a new beautiful aquarium somewhere. But yeah, this definitely freaked me out. And I saw like another video, not from Bloomberg, but they were saying like there's this speculation that this might have happened because they weren't aware of the dropping temperatures in the winter to have caused like this breakage. But it just scares me. Like, like I guess anytime something is built, like humans are only equipped to know what we know from like the past. So with like temperatures just decreasing and temperatures rising to limits that are unknown to us from the past, what other things could go wrong really if you think about it with like architecture, right? Because like all the architecture that were built in the past is only up to the knowledge of what architectures and scientists knew in the past. So like let's say we do like live in a world one day where it's like I don't know 130 Fahrenheit every day. Like how do we like what would really happen to our current architecture that's standing and vice versa when it's like just negative, always in the negatives. So that stuff scares me, but it is absolutely real. I think it'll be worse later on, like when I'm probably almost off this planet. So I hope people learn from these situations and get it together. There definitely should be some type of like, I don't know, like a temperature team out there that's trying to figure out what other things could possibly go wrong with, you know, massive structures around the world that could cause a lot of destruction. Like if like temperature hits a certain point. I don't know. I've never really heard of anything with like heat, like destroying a building of some sort, but definitely, yeah, cold glass. Mm-mm. That sounds like BioShock, the game Come to Life. Six Len says, "Ooh, I've never played that game, but yeah, that's not fun." And that definitely discourages me to like. And then it's funny because like when I see stuff like this, I'm like, oh my god, I'm down to go. I mean, I think that it'd be very expensive, like the Submarine Company that we just looked at. I feel like that'd be really expensive to go on, like as cool as it would be. But yeah, like the first thought in my mind, like seeing the Submarine Company as well, I'm just like, oh my god, what could go wrong? And that's why I would like it to run for like 4 to 5 years before hopefully I have enough money to go into the submarine and check out the beautiful oceans beneath us. I do think it would be magical. But yeah, you do have to think about like all the possibilities because you just don't know until it happens. And I feel like that would be that would be one of the worst deaths to be like knowing that you like trapped yourself down below. But I feel like I don't know about those, so do your own DD, entertainment purposes only. If I were to agree to go down into into a submarine, low into the ocean, I would definitely want multiple escape plans. Like they need to figure out a way, like if something cracks, something breaks, like we're somehow just gonna rocket out of the water. Because I feel like if you even because yeah, even if you came out, even if you had some type of a tank for air, I just feel like the pressure would probably kill you. I don't know. But anyways, guys, I gotta go. Quick chat today. Just want to let you know that everything is going well, but I've been very busy trying to also make new content for you guys. A lot of content, not some content that I have in my phone, mostly for this channel actually. And my phone is literally dying with like way too much data in here. And actually it's been glitching a lot. I think it's because I probably have too much videos and pictures, not all for YouTube. Sometimes I don't know. I just take too many pictures. But yeah, it's just been really slow lately. And I really want to go and swap it. Like when I get back to LA, I'm gonna swap it for a new one because I'm still within like my 1 year and it's been very glitchy. Like I've had people take videos and pictures, and they would just like freeze. Mostly like for videos, it'll like just take, I think I told you guys this, like it'll just take a video for like, let's say a minute and 30 seconds and it'll just shut off on its own. So definitely whack. And then when I take pictures on Instagram, like when I use the flash, it just like is a total blur. So I don't know what the heck is wrong with my phone, but thank God I'm within the 1 year. And usually Apple, if something goes wrong, will fix it for me. So fingers crossed. Hopefully by the time I get back, I'll be able to get my new phone and then it won't be glitchy anymore. So I'm just trying to fix it right now myself by trying to clear off some data, which means probably less time on doing as many streams, but I will try my best to do more. How did Avatar do? Six Lens says. It says that they still like ranked in, I think globally like over 400 million is what I said earlier, but it just missed expectations, as in like it's not one of the top 4 grossing films of all time in history, which is what James Cameron said that it would need to be at in order for them to just like break even because of all the costs that were spent on making Avatar 2. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me on the stream. Hi there, William, Jordan. Lucy, what's your Snapchat? Sorry, Jordan, I don't use Snapchat. I pretty sure I still have, honestly, Snapchat, but I don't use it. I probably haven't updated it, so actually no, it doesn't work. I have way too many apps and way too many social media platforms. If anything, I need to clean up. Or maybe I'll get a Discord and a bunch of other ones. But for now, I can't get any more. There's no way I'll do Snapchat. Snapchat just doesn't really incentivize me to do it. But yeah, I'm no Snapchat for Lucy. I do have a TikTok though that I don't really put in my description, so you could just search "Living with Lucy" for my TikTok. That is really mine. The only handle that's not Living with Lucy is my Instagram, which is Living with Lucy 123. They need to make many more James Bond movies, in my opinion. William says, "Well, I don't think they're gonna stop." I definitely think that James Bond is just such an easy way to like make money. It's absolutely endless. It's like Mission Impossible movies. I wonder if they're gonna really replace Tom Cruise one day and make like a new Mission Impossible guy. I feel like they could if they want to. But yeah, those are just absolutely endless because it's just like a Cinderella story. Like the base structure of those movies is just like cool dude, wealthy, good looking, gets a bunch of girls. The idea of James Bond, and beats a lot of bad guys. That's the main point. That can just carry on until the end of time, and even when human beings are on Mars, pretty much, just like a Cinderella story. Just a poor chick gets with a rich dude, changes her life, gets a makeover. I don't know, gets a new dress. Like that also will be around till the end of time. Like my life not got your says. What's up? Hello, Lucy, and everyone in here. The chat. Hi there, Sean, Virtuous. Anyways, guys, gonna go, but thank you. There will be more content coming up. I just gotta edit them. So take care and see you soon. Bye.